Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with a topic laws to address substance abuse. It is found in plus 3 third semester ethics and values paper, and the name of the paper is substance abuse. Laws to address substance abuse means to control drugs. What laws have been made in international and national level. But before I discuss laws to address substance abuse, I want to inform my viewers that the name of my channel is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375. Never forget, where more than 500 videos are found relating to plus 2 first year political science to plus 2 second year political science, plus 3 first semester political honors up to plus 3 sixth semester political honors, some videos of environmental studies, ethics and values, political science general elective of plus 3 first semester, some videos of ethics and values, political science general elective of plus 3 second semester, and some videos of ethics and values of plus 3 third semester. I request my viewers to subscribe my channel for your future, and aware those your friends who are in above classes to subscribe my channel so that some students will be benefited. Remember, never hesitate to give help to anybody. To give help to anybody is a work of a human being. And let us start. Laws addressed to substance abuse. To control drugs, what laws are found in the international and national level? Substance abuse means use of excessive drugs, both narcotics and psychotropic drugs, which are detrimental to self or society or both. To address or check these drugs, laws are found in international and national level mentioned below. Substance abuse means use of drugs, both narcotic and psychotropic, which are injurious to human beings or society or both. So substance abuse means whenever any excessive drugs will be used, it will affect the human body physically and mentally, as well as to society and both. It is substance abuse. Let us start. What laws are found to control use of drugs or to control substance abuse in the international and national level? Let us start. Laws relating to substance abuse in international level. What laws are found in international level to control substance abuse? Number 1. In 1925, International Opium Convention and International Convention pertaining to dangerous drugs was held to set standard limits on addictive drugs. In 1925, International Opium Convention and International Convention pertaining to dangerous drugs was held to set standard limits on addictive drugs. In 1925, a conference was held to aware all about the dangerous effects of drugs including opium. Number 2. Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs was held in 1961 at Newark from 24th January to 25th March and was amended in 1972. Another conference was held known as Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs in Newark, 1961, from 24th January to 25th March, and it was amended in 1972, and it was discussed there the detrimental effects or dangerous effects of drug and how to control it. Number 3, the Convention on Psychotropic Substances was signed in 1971. The Convention on Psychotropic Substances was signed in 1971 at Vienna on 21st February and came into force on 16th August 1976. It prohibits to use psychotropic drug except for medical and scientific purpose under the guidance of government, and license for trade, manufacture and distribution must be obtained from government. Another international conference known as the Convention on Psychotropic Substances was signed in 1971 at Vienna in between 21st February. It was signed on 21st February and came into force on 16th August 1976. In this convention, it prohibits use of psychotropic drugs except for medical and scientific purpose. In this conference, it was decided to use psychotropic drugs except for psychotropic drugs will be used only for medical and scientific purpose, and scientific purpose under the guidance of government. Psychotropic drugs will be used only for medical and scientific purposes under the guidance of government, and license for trade, manufacture, distribution must be obtained from government. In order to trade, manufacture, distribute these psychotropic drugs, licenses must be obtained from the government. And the fourth, United Nations Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances was held on 25th November to 20th December 1988 at Vienna to control drug trade when international borders were opened due to globalization and there is increase in drug trade. Another conference relating to control drugs was held. It was United Nations Convention Against Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances was held 25th November to 20th December 1988 at Vienna to control drug trade when international borders were opened due to globalization and there is increase in drug trade. Whenever after globalization, international borders were opened and there was increase in drug trade, another conference was held known as United Nations Convention Against Illicit Traffic, illegal trade in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance, how to control narcotic drugs and psychotropic drugs business. A conference was held at Vienna, Austria from 25th November to 20th December 1988. This conference was held to control drug trade. Then the fifth one, the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, FCTC, Framework Control on Tobacco Control, the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control was held. It was signed on 21st May 2003 and came into force on 27th February 2005 under WHO supervision. So another conference was held known as FCTC, Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. It was held. It was signed on 21st May 2003 and came into force on 27th February 2005 under the supervision of World Health Organization, where more than 180 WHO members, World Health Organization members, signed following decisions were taken. In the FCTC, following decisions were taken. Number one, adopting tax and price measures to reduce tobacco consumption. On tobacco products, there must be tax and there must be fixation of price so that there will be minimum use of tobacco. Banning tobacco advertisement, promotion, sponsorship, tobacco advertisement, sponsorship, and promotion must be banned. Number three, establishing smoke-free workplace, establishment of smoke-free workplace, establishment of smoke-free workplaces and public areas, establishment of smoke-free workplaces and smoke-free workplaces in public areas, prominently labeling tobacco products with health warning. In tobacco products, there must be written about health warning, preventing sale of tobacco goods illegally. Tobacco goods cannot be sold illegally. These were the decisions taken in the international conference FCTC, Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. These are all laws in the international level to address substance abuse. Now discuss laws to address substance abuse in India. Indian laws relating to substance abuse. Number one, NDPS, Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. It is the first law in India. Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. It was enacted on 14th November 1985. Following are its provisions. It prohibits cultivation, production, sale, purchase, possession, export, import, use, consumption of narcotic and psychotropic drugs, substances except for medical and scientific purpose. It prohibits trade, manufacture, production, export, import, use of narcotic and psychotropic drugs except for medical and scientific purpose. This act extends this provision for all citizens of India, citizens staying abroad of India, citizens working on ships and aircraft registered in India. This law is applicable to all citizens of India. Again, citizens of India staying abroad and citizens working on ships and aircraft registered in India. Number three, it sets up NCB, Narcotic Control Bureau. It set up Narcotic Control Bureau, NCB, in 17th March 1986 to implement this act. NCB was formed on 17th March 1986. Fourth, in 1988, this act was supplemented by the Prevention of Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Substance Act to prevention of persons involving in drug trafficking. Again, in 1972, some provisions have been supplemented in this act where illegal drug trade was prohibited. And if any person will illegally make drug trade, he will be prevented. There will be preventive detention. That person will be detained. Then, fifth, it suggests for consultative committee in center consisting of not more than 20 members, having a chairman to advise central government. It suggests for a consultative committee consisting of not more than 20 members to give advice to central government relating to drug. This committee has the power to constitute subcommittee to deal with special matter, and salaries, allowances, etc. of this committee member are decided by the rule of central government. This committee can set up a subcommittee by taking one member, and its rules, allowances, its salaries, allowances are determined by the central government. Finally, in this act, it is mentioned that special officers can be appointed in states to implement this act. In this act, it is mentioned that special officers can be appointed in states to implement this act. This is about NDPS. Then, COTPA, Cigarette and Other Tobacco Product Act 2003. It became an act on 18th May 2003, came into force from 1st May 2004. Following are provisions. So, COTPA, Cigarette and Other Tobacco Product Act 2003. It became an act on 18th May 2003 and came into force from 1st May 2004. Following are the main provisions. So, what are found in the COTPA? It prohibits smoking in public places like bus stop, restaurants, educational institutions, airport from 2nd October 2008. It prohibits smoking in public places like airport, educational institution, parks, etc. from 2nd October 2008. There is provision of fine of 1,000 or 2 years imprisonment or both in first conviction and 5 years imprisonment or 5,000 rupees fine in subsequent conviction. It makes a provision for fine and imprisonment. If any person will be convicted for the first instance, there is provision of fine of 1,000 with 2 years imprisonment or both. If a person will be convicted in the second instance, there is provision of fine of 5,000 and 5 years imprisonment. Then number 2, for manufacture of tobacco products, fine of 5,000 or 2 years imprisonment in first instance and 10,000 fine or 5 years imprisonment or both in second conviction. If any person will illegally manufacture tobacco product, if he will be convicted for the first time, there is fine of 5,000 rupees or 2 year imprisonment. In a second conviction, there is fine of 10,000 and 5 years imprisonment. In the first conviction there is fine of 5,000, 2 years imprisonment. Second conviction, there is fine of 10,000 and 5 years imprisonment. Number 3, for advertisement of tobacco products, fine of 1,000 or 2 years imprisonment or both. For second conviction, 5 years imprisonment or 5 years fine in second conviction. If any person will advertise tobacco products, in the first conviction, 1,000 rupees fine, 1,000 rupees will be fine or 2 years imprisonment or both. Second conviction, 5 years imprisonment or 5,000 fine or both. Number 3, tobacco products cannot be sold to children below 18 years. Tobacco products cannot be sold to children below 18 years. Number 5, tobacco products must have pictorial warning of a skull or scorpion along with text. Tobacco kills and tobacco causes mouth cancer. Whenever there will be tobacco products, there will be a pictorial warning of a skull or scorpion, and it will be written that tobacco kills and tobacco causes mouth cancer. Again, an officer equivalent to the rank of sub-inspector can seize tobacco products if sold in any place. An officer equivalent above of sub-inspector can seize tobacco product if it is sold anywhere. So these are all the laws in the national level. Now discuss national programs to control tobacco. To control tobacco, what programs have been taken? NTCPC, National Tobacco Control Program. National Tobacco Control Program, NTCP, National Tobacco Control Program. Central government launched this program having following aims. To create awareness about harmful impact of tobacco consumption, central government has started tobacco program to aware people about the harmful of tobacco use, to reduce production and supply of tobacco product, to reduce supply and product of tobacco use, to reduce production and supply of tobacco product, how tobacco products and supply will be reduced. Number 3, to ensure tobacco acts both in national and international for its implementation, to see how tobacco laws of national and international level will be implemented. Number 4, train health workers and social workers to aware people not to use tobacco. Health workers and social workers will be trained to to persuade people not to use tobacco. This is the NTCP, National Tobacco Control Program. Now we'll see. Nisha Mukta Bharat Abhijan. Nisha Mukta Bharat Abhijan. Following are its objectives. Create awareness among people not to use drugs. Establish a rehabilitation center to de-addict drug users. Its objective is to aware people not to use drug. To establish a rehabilitation center where attempts will be made to de-addict drug users. Finally, arrange treatment of drug addict persons. There will be treatment center where drug addict persons will be treated. So in this video we have discussed laws to address substance abuse. Laws which are found in national and international level to address substance abuse. And I request my viewers to watch the whiteboard and listen to me so that you will be benefited. Again, any video you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal and the name of the topic in YouTube. You will get both the Odia and English video. Thank you. Have a nice day.